5, 4, 3, 2, 1, sync. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the TTV BrickFeed podcast.
Mardi Gras.
I'm Jonathan.
I'm Messina.
I'm LJ.
I'm Ven.
I'm Purple.
And I'm Tenebrae Invictus.
And this is episode 27.
Mardi Gras.
We seriously gotta
There we
cut
go.
the Mardi Gras because you cut out Kai's name.
Yeah, no, we're...
Or don't you mean
we're-
John's name?
That ain't gonna happen. Yeah. Let's do it at the end.
We're going to be dealing away with that.
Yeah.
That is not
All
going to
you
happen
need
anymore.
to do is just leave me an opening so I can say Mardi Gras before you.
Yeah, it's
would-
after the name of the
yeah,
episode.
I do leave you an opening. That's after I say the episode number.
No,
Then you can go.
No.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Yeah.
No.
So,
Stop wasting
guys-
time. Anyway,
How's life?
It's been interesting. It's a good week for news. Lego wise.
Good week for news.
Good week for news Lego wise, guys.
Not so good for me. No, I'm just kidding.
No political discussion. Gosh.
Real quick before, why would we talk about politics? Real quick before we get into anything, did anyone buy anything cool this week? Any
No.
new Lego sets?
Well, I didn't buy anything, but Ven sent me Toa Matau because, I hadn't gotten it ever.
Oh, right.
So.
Did I get you? No, I didn't. Never mind. Don't worry about it. What do you think of Toa Matau?
It's cool. It's basically like the same color or like a different color of like all the other Toa, but it's cool.
yeah, the Toametru are super cookie cutter, but
Yeah.
they do look
I
good.
like the Toametru, honestly.
Yeah.
Out of
The
like,
Toametru are fantastic. If I'm not mistaken, that was actually Viper's first set.
Oh.
which is odd. You'd think it would be Zactan, but it was not.
I mean, they're the same color, so...
Close enough.
Sure. Okay.
I mean, Zactan came out after Matau,
Yes.
so.
2 years afterwards.
That did happen.
Matau's
so
a really good
what do you
set.
think? So have you tried the dual weapon thing where you can attach it to his back and also have it be his swords
Yep.
and stuff? I feel like that's the strongest gimmick to Bionicle. I feel like some of the other gimmicks don't hold up as well. But the dual weapon thing I think is the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In 2005 and 6, honestly, from then on, they kind of ditched that concept.
Yeah.
It was
Entirely.
prevalent in 2003 and 2004, and I feel like it was really awesome. They brought it back in 2015 with the Toa and their dual weapons.
May they rip in peace.
Adrenaline
Yeah.
mode, as we have come to know it.
Adrenaline
completely
mode. It's been a
forgot that was
long
what it
time
was
since
called.
I've heard that. It's been ages.
I wish they
Stupid.
used that more. I wish that was a cool kind of term, I guess. It's like, this
Nah.
is this is the pumped up version of this.
Spring
Then you
They
and
couldn't
I-
even be consistent they couldn't even be consistent in what was default and what was pumped up. So
It's fair.
it wasn't worth it.
Then you and I made a purchase recently. Amazon had a deal on some of the Nexo Knights and Ninjago sets.
I don't know
and
why
we
you had to
both
word
made-
it like that. Like I forgot. Oh yeah, that's right. We did make that. I'm building the freaking
Dude,
set
I'm
right.
I'm
Building it
introducing
right
this
now.
to the audience. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to people that
You
are
were
listening to this
It's
right
like
now.
you were
that
talking to
towards
him.
me. Yeah, you're like, Ven, you and I got this one set. Remember that? Remember you
could just say
threw
Ven
all
and
your money
I.
on that
I'm
Lego
prefacing
set
what I'm
just
about to
recently?
say. We got the Energy Dragon.
Yeah,
Cool.
we did. No, I did.
What do you guys think of
didn't even
it?
get yours yet, huh?
It's in the mail.
Wow.
It's in
Is
my
it
my
cool?
campus mail. I could have went and gotten it, but we had to start the episode, so I was like, okay, sure.
Should have just went and got it.
All right,
Got-
cool, Ven. So what do we
gotten
think
it.
about it?
Yeah, what do we think about it, man?
So far, I like I said, I am building it at the moment, but I'm halfway through building the actual dragon. Gotta say, I'm really, really digging it. I just finished building the head of the dragon, and this is so cool.
Yeah,
Like
I know, right?
Like the engineering is just so creative. Like Lego has really stepped it up. Because I remember I always used to collect a bunch of buildable Lego Dragon stuff from like creator sets and X pods. And those are pretty cool too, but none of them I can't say any of them were really as well done as this. I mean, they got the freaking big fig arms being
That
used
is
here.
like my favorite part. It is so clever.
Yeah, it's like it's not even used as like big fig arms. They're just here for detail. So it's really
Okay,
cool that
all right.
they just got really creative with this.
Meh. The old Ninjago dragons are better.
The old
Oh, here we
Ninjago
go.
dragons suck.
Dude, those things are so gross.
Like
I was
the
looking at
wings
them
are
in person
cool,
because
but like that's it. They're all basically just like.
I was at
almost
a friend's
cookie
house
cutter.
recently, and his younger brother used to collect like the original line of Ninjago sets, and he had a bunch of those dragons, and I would just look at them, stare at them for a while, contemplate life for a
Why?
little bit, and just say, man, these things suck.
But they had such intricate head sculpts.
They look so gross.
Correct me if I'm wrong with this, and I might be because I don't have the set. Is this dragon a wyvern? Is this actually a wyvern?
This one,
Okay.
yeah, this one's a wyvern.
All right, right. So because it has 2 legs, and all right. So this is an actual wyvern. Take note, aspiring Marcus, who apparently just used that term willy nilly.
Yeah.
I do like. I'm really excited to get around to building the set. Just
Yeah, it
Not
was
as
pretty fun. I
that
just kind of
excited to go pick
skipped
it up,
the
I
like
guess.
extra bits or whatever, and just like went straight to the dragon.
Yeah, to be fair, I should have done that. I didn't realize that the first bag was not the dragon until
It says it in the instructions. What,
I know,
like,
but
the
I
bag
didn't pay
will be.
attention. I just looked at
Sigh.
the instructions, saw the number 1, and I was like, oh yeah, don't duh. And then I picked up the number 1 bag, opened it up, and then once I saw the contents, I was like, oh, so
Sigh.
the dragon
I
comes
do-
later then, I guess.
That's incredible.
I do honestly. When it comes to system, I'll admit this because I don't have a lot of experience mocking with system. As much, I mean, in a very kind of professional way, I do like building stuff with the instructions more than I like building my own thing with system. And I know, like, some people, of course, can do very great things with system, and I like seeing something really cool come together that I didn't come up with. in my own head.
Building with system is so versatile, and that's honestly the best word I can use to describe it, especially now with the wider variety of parts that they have. And it honestly, this is one of those sets that really proves just how versatile it is.
Yeah, like it's more than just the standard bricks. There's also like all these different joint pieces and like different sizes, different like types. Like there's the ball joints and then like the clicky joint things.
Yeah.
The cookie joints,
I don't know what they're called.
You're talking about the ratchet?
Right, ratchet
the
joints,
ratchet
yeah.
joints.
So
Sure.
Joints
ratchet.
Kingdom, man.
Wow.
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 Yeah.
Wow.
It's like
I'll be honest,
Wow,
I didn't even know that was
amazing.
a term.
like you can
Sure.
make actual creatures out of like system. It's not just like houses and buildings, which is really cool to me.
Even the houses and buildings are pretty cool.
Well, all the
too.
parts that
It
they threw
depends
in here
on-
is just
Don't
like
kill us, system fan.
all the parts they have in here is just like, wow, I didn't know they had a part that looked like this. This is pretty cool. I could see this being used in a variety of different ways. Like I didn't expect that they would use like Viking horns to kind of pull off the shaping of the dragon's face in a certain way. They get like a little bit of a curvature
Yeah.
in there, and then I don't know what the heck this piece is on the nose. That's pretty cool.
I think it's
pretty
it
ingenious.
looks like a foot, but I'm
Yeah,
not
it's like
sure
a foot
what
piece,
it would
but I don't
be.
know
Like,
where the
maybe a
heck it's
big-
from.
I want to say big fig, but like I don't
Nope.
know.
Nope.
Yeah, like
Nope.
not literally,
Nope.
but like a brick built big fig or whatever.
Like
A
Giant Man.
brick built. Big.
Sure.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do they call that? Is that a macro figure? What's it
Macro.
called?
Macro.
You mean no?
I don't think I ever heard the term macro figure, but that is
Macro
applicable.
figure. Oh, really?
Let's
Huh.
coin that right now.
Macro figure? Well,
I've
okay,
probably heard it somewhere.
I've heard it.
Pretty sure
I
that
know-
that is a term.
I'm pretty
Wow.
sure that's already a term. I'm also sure it's macro figure, but I might be thinking of a different macro.
No, it's macro. And
Macro?
it's,
I
it's
have heard
referring
macro,
to the
though,
ones like
be
those
fair.
really, really tiny ones, like Ant-Man in the airport battle.
Okay.
And
Yes,
the little tiny
macaroni
figures.
and cheese.
According
It's
to
real
some
good.
random
So-
wikia. According to some random wikia, so I don't know if it's true or not.
Why did-
macro
why did you
figures
just repeat
are a
yourself?
term. They were the ones
Because
you were
in
talking.
Stone.
No,
And
I
stuff.
stopped talking. and
Anyway,
then he was
continue,
like,
Meso.
Just let him talk. Yeah.
No, I'm
What
just
are you gonna
wondering.
say?
Now
Like-
he's not talking.
Yeah, I know,
Okay.
right?
Macro figures came
Now
in
he
Jack
is talking.
Stone.
Jack Stone.
Yeah, that's what you call those bigger minifigures.
Oh.
Macro figures.
Oh
Apparently.
boy. Okay. All right. So we can't. Okay. What's a?
Whatever.
Big
Yeah. I don't
fig.
know. What, I don't know.
Discussion.
Yeah. I don't know what to call
Oh,
these now.
micro figures. That's what they were called.
Yeah. The micro figures are the small ones. Yeah. Like
Yeah.
the-
Things are weird.
the Ant-Man.
Yeah, micro means
Oh, that's
small.
what you guys were talking about? I'm like,
No, that's what LJ's talking about.
oh.
We were all talking
Yeah.
about something different.
LJ, why were you talking about that? What are you talking about,
not?
man?
Shut up, you dummy. Don't talk back to me. Do you know who I am?
You shut up,
this
you
group is
stupid.
fine.
Dumb
You sit right down, mister. I'm not having
White.
this conversation.
piece
Wow,
of...
you got put in a timeout.
Wow.
You look at
Yeah,
the
okay.
wall.
Alright.
Sure.
Let's talk.
About, speaking of things that are
That's supposed to be a segue.
I'm trying to.
Let's
Lego
talk
Batman
about speaking
trailer.
of things.
Thank you. The Lego Batman trailer got released this last Thursday, I believe. Thursday or Friday. I actually kind of forget which one. It wasn't Wednesday
Wow,
because
no
we
way.
didn't cover it in the last one. We were actually kind of talking about how
It
we
came
found
out at
it.
an opportune time.
Yeah, it
We
kind of did.
to speak about it on TTV. And I'm going to echo exactly what I said over there. It had the intended effect on me. I laughed at it. That's what it was. It was funny. It's more Lego Batman goodness, and the movie's going to be great. But from here on out, no more trailers, please. It's like 3
No
or
more
4
trailers?
trailers. I don't know how many they've released. 4 trailers or whatever. I've had enough.
I just haven't bothered.
I don't want to see any more of the jokes.
Plot
Yeah,
twist.
I
There's
wa- I
gonna be
watched
one
one
final
trailer. I watched one trailer for this movie, aside from the teaser, and that was it. I was like, all right, I'm sold. I'm good. I'm not...
Yeah, pretty much. Like, it's going to be a great movie.
Yeah, I was sold
have
before
no-
the movie or the trailers even came out. Like,
Same, it's
honestly,
like
I was gonna
Lego
go see it.
Batman,
Sure, but, like-
sure, I'm sold.
Just a
on it.
Lego
the thing
style
with this
movie.
movie, the thing of this movie that is they touched upon an element of Batman's backstory, which I feel is a really unique, kind of honestly a unique approach to it, and kind of like it fits within the tone of the Lego movie, and also like is really true to the character. The whole thing is that Batman is dealing with like his greatest fear, and his greatest fear is being part of a family again. It's a line from the trailer, which is something that's not really touched upon all too much in the comics. He does create a Bat family, but it's not like, they don't really talk too much about the point in time where he's bringing on Robin, and a lot of times it's just, he sees the orphan in Robin and he wants to make sure that doesn't happen. It's an interesting thing to deal with him not wanting to be a part of the family again, which makes sense considering, of course, Batman's origin. So it's a weird, it's a new take on the character, and a creative take on the character that fits in with the core of the character.
That
I
is
feel like
actually very interesting.
that's a sign that the creators are really paying attention to the canon.
Lego makes the best DC movie.
Honestly, this is going to be
this is
the
shaping
best,
up to be the best one.
the best received DC movie since Man of Steel.
Wow.
I think probably since The Dark Knight. Dark Knight Rises was not highly rated as The Dark Knight. So since The Dark Knight, this might be the best rated Batman movie. I would say.
That's funny,
Which is
but
gonna
also
be-
deserved.
there's also a line in there too where the Joker's like, "I'm your greatest enemy," and Batman's like, "Superman's my greatest enemy." It shows a scene of him going up against Superman. I was like, "That's perfect. That's amazing." They have to
Incredible.
reference his mom's first name at some point. They have
Of
to.
course.
They have to.
Oh man.
LJ, you did call something a while back. I don't know if you talked about it on the podcast.
I don't remember if we did either, but we talked about it outside recording. I know. There was a character that you did not think was Barbara Gordon, and somewhere I had heard that it was Barbara Gordon and that she was in the movie and she looked different than traditionally portrayed. And I don't remember where I heard that, but I said, yeah, that's her. That's her right there. And this time it was absolutely without a doubt confirmed.
Yeah,
that
it
was
is
her.
definitely.
Intriguing.
And it's a very interesting thing because Barbara Gordon is the commissioner. She's Commissioner Gordon, which is odd in the comics. Of course, Jim Gordon is the commissioner. Barbara is his daughter. Barbara only becomes commissioner in Batman Beyond, which is like a far, far future version of, Batman. So it's very interesting that she seems to, from what we're seeing here in the trailer, she is a commissioner first and then Batgirl afterwards, which I think is kind of interesting.
She's Batgirl?
Yeah.
Did you not know that?
Really?
I don't know anything about superheroes, so...
Oh, I thought that was about to be
Did
one
you
of the
actually
greatest.
not know that?
Okay,
moments.
hang on.
I mean, I found
Guys,
out about
let's-
it about 10 minutes before recording.
All right, well,
I'm
before of our
gonna
screams
rock
at me
your
for
world.
spoilers.
You're
Spoiler
never
or
gonna
not,
believe this. Tony Stark is Iron Man.
Don't you mean Tony
crap,
Stank?
I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
I am Tony Stank. Wow. Man. All right.
But there you go. That's a
trailer was good.
trailer looks
Trailer
good.
was
Movie
really
looks
good.
good. I mean, we're gonna go
I
see
just-
it.
I love Robin
I
When
am-
does it
so
come out
much.
again? I forget the date.
It's February. Let me see.
Is it February 17th or something?
That's fine. Cool.
I believe so.
Anytime within that time range, fine by me.
Yeah. We should all meet up and go to the theater and watch it together.
It would certainly be fun,
Haha.
but logistically nightmarish.
That'd be like a
when
$100
does the
something
Ninjago
dollar
movie come
movie.
out again?
September of next year.
Oh man, too far after Brick Fair. That would be cool
Yeah.
to see the Ninjago movie
Yeah.
come out at Brick Fair. Yeah, it is saying it's a February 10th release.
All right.
So that's not too far from now. It's about 3 months. It's actually almost exactly 3 months from now. It's recording this on the 9th, so
Way to
There we
date
go.
the video.
Batman movie.
way to
meet
date
up.
the video. Well, I mean, certain other things are going to date this video, like the fact we're talking about the Batman trailer that just came out. So
Hey man, you can't date the video. You know, it's like against the
Insert
rules.
dumb romance joke.
It's
Yeah.
a video. What's it gonna do?
alongside the Lego Batman trailer, we also got some sets that were released.
Okay.
So these are the 2 new sets. I don't think this is an entire wave of Batman sets that's coming out next year. There's still more sets that have not been revealed. But we got 2 more sets. One of them is the Joker Balloon Escape, and the other is the Scuttler, which is a very, very new model. There's really nothing like this I can think of in Batman's canon overall. I honestly don't even know what it's supposed to be. Is it like a giant dog mech? Or, I mean, anyone have any,
It
like...
looks really stupid, but it's probably
what the
meant to
heck
be
is-
like an underwater sea creature.
No, it's a
if I had
giant. It's a
to
giant
wager.
bat, dude.
Yeah, Ven
But there's
is
no
right.
wings.
No,
No,
there are
the
wings.
wing-
They're
the
just
wings-
folded.
Yeah, the
It's a
wings
bat
are there.
that's walking on its little, like,
Oh,
wing feet.
That's actually
I
kinda
see
neat.
that.
You guys don't
Okay,
think, is that a
okay.
dog? No, it's a sea creature. It's Batman, so I mean, come on.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's-
I don't know, man.
no,
It might
didn't-
be a cat.
It didn't
That is
immediately strike me
But
as
yeah,
a bat.
it
so
does not
failed in
immediately
I
its
mean,
look
job.
it's a very
This is
non-traditional
literally my first
look
time
at a
looking at
bat.
the set, and I instantly recognized that it was a bat. So I think you got problems.
I don't think that's how bats are normally.
No, you-
portrayed.
listen,
They're
Yeah,
not
you
usually
didn't- you
portrayed
didn't
that way because
instantly-
usually you see them flying, but it is definitely a walking bat.
Well, I would
Yeah,
say,
I
like,
can see it now.
then
just
the
like-
reason that you instantly recognize it, quote unquote, is because it's a Lego Batman set. Like, I don't think without that cue, had this been the new Nexo Knights set, I don't think you would have said, oh, well, that's obviously a bat.
Sure, but you know
If you
it
say
is a
so,
Lego
man.
Batman set, so
It is a Lego Batman set, so, I mean, logically, yeah, it probably is going to be a bat.
I don't know, man.
this-
I think even if it was the Nexo Knights set, I'd say, oh, this looks pretty spooky. It's like a bat, dude.
that I kind of question. But I think
Yeah,
because
I
it's a
don't
Lego
know.
Batman
Dude,
set,
I know animals. Animals
so
are my
do I.
thing. Yeah.
grew up on the Animal Planet, darn it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, all of us know animals, so we're saying this doesn't look like a bat.
It
Well, no, it does
yeah,
look like
it
a
doesn't
bat.
look like a bat to you.
Like, I can see it.
Now, no, I mean,
Yes,
like, now
I
that you
can
brought
see
that
it.
up, yeah, but, like,
I
it's
can
because...
definitely
right, I
see
can
it,
see it
especially
now.
with
I'm just
picture
saying that, like...
purple length, yes.
God, you guys
I-
are dumb.
I don't
Audience,
think-
did you instantly recognize it was a bat? Please post in the comments
Well,
below.
I mean,
Please
they
be
did
fair.
do now.
recognized it was a bat because of, like, it's Lego Batman.
Either way,
We'll see. The comments
looks
will
perplexing.
reflect.
Do you think
and
its
it's
wings
not
like
one of
fold
my
out?
favorites.
Well,
but
there's
I
one
must
thing we
give it
know is
props
that the
for
internet
originality.
is a complete and honest opinion, like a representation of what people in real life think.
I need
Yes.
to make it all weird.
I get the reference.
So the Joker set, I feel is actually
Joker
really
looks
interesting
dumb.
because it does have the
Joker
Batman
set
and
looks
Joker.
better than the Scuttler.
I'll
Wow.
take the Scuttler over the stupid balloons with the stupid Joker in his.
It looks awesome, man.
Look at
Do
his, look
you
at his
not
giant
like this
smile.
Joker design?
That smile is
Okay,
ridiculous.
yeah, I could do without the cartoonish smile.
I feel like, I mean, the Joker in this movie is not going to be Heath Ledger, okay? That's not what they're
Who
going
said
for.
who said
Like-
I wanted Heath Ledger? I don't even like
I'm-
Heath Ledger like that, man. He's dead.
Okay, cool. I'm just saying that, like, we've seen, like, the kind of... Would you rather have the super edgy damaged Joker, you know? For the
I would
tattoo
No,
on his
rather
I would
forehead?
just
have
rather
this
have like a
exact
normal looking
Joker.
minifigure version of Joker.
I would rather have this exact Joker, just with perhaps a slightly smaller smile.
Yeah.
I
Try
think-
saying that
It's
10
just a
times
little
fast.
too big.
I think the smile's fine.
Yeah, I think the smile's fine, too.
Yeah,
I feel like it kind
guys
of
are
suits
freaks.
like
It
the
looks great.
lightheartedness of the movie, assuming it's going to be lighthearted.
Yeah.
I mean, they
This-
can't...
like the
They can't have the
childishness.
Joker do all his, like, classic horrific Joker stuff in the Lego
Plus,
Batman
he
movie.
does.
It's
I
made for
guess to be
kids.
fair, he does have an alternate face.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
I
yeah.
think this
I can see it in other
this
sets.
is going to be our latest film Joker, right after Suicide Squad and The Killing Joke. So I think after those two things, yeah, I don't mind a lighthearted Joker that isn't going to take
I mean,
himself
just
very
because
seriously.
lighthearted doesn't mean he has to look stupid.
He doesn't
yeah,
look stupid.
You
He
can
looks
convey
like
that
he
with
looks
a different smile.
he looks like a clown. I would absolutely describe him as a clown.
Okay, yeah.
But he's a
The smile is
Joker.
very
He looks like a
clown-like.
guy that's ready to tell a joke.
Yeah, yeah. Now, one thing I do
Jokester.
take issue with
Jokester.
the giant coattails. I think those are a little bit overplayed. If those are shorter,
No, those are fine. I think after getting,
I like how they look, but I don't really care whether or not they're on the Joker.
You know,
I just like it as like
he looks
a
like a
piece.
clown. You know, he looks really lighthearted. The cape is
I actually do
fine.
like the coattails. I'm not even trying to be contrary.
Wow.
I really
Okay.
like
All right.
the
No,
coattails.
I will take your opinion and acknowledge it. That's it. That's all
I'm
doing for
acknowledging
you.
that's a stupid opinion.
Coattails are pretty nifty.
Yeah.
Maybe a little exaggerated. Sure.
I might use it for my sig fig. I like.
you're
I
not
like
going to be
coattails.
one to wear coattails.
I like how they look.
You show up to Brick Fair wearing coattails.
I mean, I'm
Gotta
gonna
do it.
have like these giant Nexo Knight wings on my sig fig too, but I'm not gonna show up to
Yeah,
Brick
you
Fair
better
wearing
show.
those.
Listen, lady, I showed up with a mask.
He did.
Congrats.
Can confirm.
You did.
Yeah, that is something that
She
happened.
can get away with the
I mean,
coattail.
okay, the thing of the Joker grin is that the Joker has always had like a kind of super creepy.
Yeah, and he's always
Teethy
had like the
grin.
super long coattails too. You know what I mean?
The coattails,
It's a-
sure. No, listen, I can move you on the coattails, but like,
I like them.
it's definitely something that's like, you know, been a part of that character. I don't feel it's too unreasonable.
I think it's exaggerated.
like, look at that.
I think it's overly,
They're
like- Yeah, of
overly
course
exaggerated.
exaggerated.
They're
It's-
almost exactly the same coattail length and shaping as was on the Joker construction figure.
I never got that.
Almost the exactly same thing.
I never got that, so.
I did. I kind of liked it.
Yeah. Okay.
Many people did
I
not.
got that set and I hated it. Hated it so much. It looked
cool set,
so
man.
dumb. He had like orange spikes growing out of him. Like, what the heck?
What?
So,
I mean, this Joker has like the orange part to his suit. They were trying to simulate that, like the orange coloration. But
let's
yeah.
go back to the scuttler for 1 second. I do want to point out that the official listing does list all the minifigures that come with the set, and it says Batman, Dick Grayson, Barbara Gordon, Commissioner Gordon, the Joker, Poison Ivy.
Wow.
It's not just Robin.
Which, and well, here's the thing that gets me is that not the Dick Grayson. I kind of emphasize that for some reason. Commissioner Gordon is there. Also, Barbara Gordon. In the trailer, Barbara clearly says, "Hey, Barbara Gordon here, new commissioner." So, is Barbara not the commissioner, or is she the commissioner? And if so,
Maybe
Commissioner...
her father's like in the movie, but she died. He dies,
died.
and then she takes her place. I can't even get my pronouns.
Or
right. Like, I
maybe
don't know
she
what I'm talking about.
retired.
The commissioner confusion is confusing me.
The dad
Maybe
dies.
her dad dies, and she
No!
takes his place during the movie.
He dies?
Well,
Maybe.
At that-
I'm
I don't know.
theorizing.
that's
So this
I-
Joker
I-
is dark and gritty. No.
I figure that I figure that has to be early on in the movie, which makes me question why they have him in a set at all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Because
if it's going to
YOLO.
happen. Oh.
No, not
Get
because
that.
Maybe
Maybe
they don't
so.
want to spoil it. I don't know.
Maybe. I mean, yeah.
They
I
make
guess
a
having
set-
him in the
Well,
set would
they
still
they make a-
spoil
they
it.
make a set based on his death.
It's the scuttler.
Maybe- yeah.
Batman
He accidentally
accidentally
steps on him.
scuttles him from life.
Well, I mean, look at
does he
him.
even
Like
mean
in
to
one of the
scuttle?
pictures, he's right under him.
It's
Actually,
like-
both the pictures.
Scuttle.
It's
You
like
know?
a crab scuttles.
It's like a
Yeah.
type of walking, but it's like
Oh,
scuttling.
What the heck? I can't imagine that thing walking like a crab.
yeah, I can only go sideways.
Yeah. Well, either way, it's gonna be interesting.
One thing also, the Collider did this interview with some of the people working on the Lego Batman movie. One of the things that Chris McKay said, the director of the movie said, in our movie, we're not doing gunshots. We've got the actors doing pew pew sounds. Like a kid thing.
Wow.
So
my gosh.
I don't know how many people knew that. I mean, like it was kind of like a thing buried in this interview. But I thought that's a very interesting choice.
Dude, that sounds
to have.
hilarious.
I thought
Yeah. I
they
think
did that in the Lego
It'd be
movie.
pretty funny.
I happen to forget.
I could
I don't think
I
so.
see it
do-
being in a Lego
I
movie.
trust
There
me,
was,
that,
like,
that's
there were-
hilarious. Honestly, that's
they
the kind of
were,
thing I
like-
would do, but I feel like that was already in the Lego movie.
Wouldn't
There was
surprise me.
several
I don't think
points
so.
where like where the they had the pirate ship and it was like moving away and it was like on a string or something, you know, and someone's like,
Oh
that
yeah.
happened.
Well, I know
That happened,
there
but,
was
like-
that, but I'm gonna look this up to make sure.
Yeah,
I
I
don't-
think
I
like
don't
if you
doubt
watch the
that's
trailer,
what they
I
would
feel
do.
they
I
have
just don't
general
remember
like
it.
laser sounds, you know. So
I remember like the little micromanagers are basically just Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
Micromanagement.
Okay, let me see.
The good old days when the Lego movie was new.
Oh, I love that movie.
it's still a really great movie.
I've watched it too
And
many
he-
times. I'm like sick of it now.
I have literally only seen it once.
You
I've seen it, like,
suck.
twice,
Oh my
maybe.
god,
I've
I've
seen
seen
it,
it
like,
like
maybe-
7 times.
I've seen it like
See,
maybe twice, 3 times.
I've seen Civil War twice, and I've seen the Lego Movie once.
Oh, I
don't
saw Civil War
Overwatch
so many times.
movies. I only
have-
play Overwatch.
I have seen the Lego Movie twice. Also, yeah, I guess it was just standard Lego sounds. Weird.
Lego sounds.
Like,
Nah,
like
not
laser
weird.
sounds.
You just have bad memory, dude.
I'm gonna remember socking you in the jaw, buddy. If you don't.
And you're gonna remember
Shut up.
missing.
Shut.
You're gonna remember
So
missing
anyway-
and eating my foot.
Ha! The only thing that anyone will be eating is you and a knuckle sandwich.
Wait, what?
Okay,
What?
all right. Whoa. We do not endorse cannibalism here on this podcast. You know what we do endorse? Nexo Knights.
Yeah!
Let's move on to
Do
that
we
real
endorse
quick.
Nexo Knights?
Nexo Knights.
Well, we endorse Lego, and Nexo Knights is
Which
part of Lego, so
immediately, yeah.
sure, why not? Lego Nexo Knights did have a lot of new sets get revealed for the 2017 wave.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
It did happen.
There is that. I don't know where to
that's
go
the
from that.
news.
That's the news.
These are neat
No, it's
sets.
it's the winter wave of 2017. The biggest thing here, really, is obviously this is our first indication visually of the kind of a tone that next year of Nexo Knights is going to go for, having these weird rock lightning monster hybrid things. But also, we get to see the battle suit, which function as a replacement of sorts for the Nexo Knights minifigure battle packs that we're releasing, and also the Lego Mixels theme. It kind of functions 2-in-1 replacement.
And you were kind of right with that, Meso, where you were talking about how
Mixo.
Mixels was going to Mexel. Where you thought like Mixels were going to be like kind of living on in some
Yeah.
other wave or something.
Mixels
and this definitely
innovated
seems
too
to be.
much to just be cast away to the wayside, and they have taken to using the joints in basically most themes used them in some capacity for figures. Like I know Guardians used it.
The NRG
for,
Dragon
Groot.
uses them.
The NRG Dragon uses them for the neck or whatever, and you can see in these Nexo Knights sets, even in the actual big sets, these brick-built rock monsters use them for articulation. It's kind of a way that they've integrated ball joints into brick-built sets, and
Yeah.
these battle suits are interesting because a heck of a lot of people wanted them to be Construction. They wanted Nexo Knights Construction. They wanted to carry on the legacy, and well,
Lo
not
and
gonna
behold.
happen.
Well,
It's really there are construction pieces used.
There are.
in a sense. There are like the hand and the arm joints for a lot of these are construction pieces. But
Yep.
man, it is a little disappointing for people who are wanting to see construction
Star
continue
Wars
on in some way,
remains
shape,
the
or
only
form.
Construction theme. So that's just how it is. But I do got to give a lot of credit to these battle suits in particular. They have a lot of cool design things used. There's a lot of cool new parts that I want to get my hands on, namely the waist piece that allows for the legs to be connected. That's
Yes.
new. And that is, I think, a very important piece towards making models
Yes,
using these Mixel
dude.
joints.
Yeah.
That's how you
I
can build
honestly,
torsos
I
up.
feel like this is the beginning of seeing more kind of system Bionicle type mocks, and we did see like over a couple of weeks ago there was another thing where someone posted like a Golly like mock
Yeah.
that was done in system, and I really do want to kind of see more people experiment with that kind of style.
wait,
also
was this
see
a
this-
different one?
What?
A galley type mock that was done in system? I don't
It
remember
was the
seeing
one I
this.
posted the other day.
Yeah.
I think I missed it. I'd like to see this.
Pull up
I
the
don't know.
link, man. I
see if you
haven't
can
seen
find
it
it.
either.
I'll
Let's
try
talk
digging it
about
up.
while Mess is looking. Let's talk about the system sets for a second.
Yeah,
here.
let's do it.
Oh my
These
gosh, I love
sets,
the purple.
there is a lot of purple
Really?
here.
Oh
You're
my
going to
gosh.
be really happy about this purple.
You do? You
I
like
think my
the
biggest
purple?
problem with these sets, it's not even a problem, because they look awesome. It's just a little quirk. It's like, I can't figure out what the rock monsters are supposed to be, because they're rock, but they're also lightning. And those two things
Well-
don't often go together,
Yeah, my
you know?
initial reaction was like magnetism, but now that I'm looking at the sets again, I think it's more the lightning, quote unquote, is supposed to be more like magic, like I guess magic, because one of the characters is named Ruina, and that obviously sounds like ruins
Yeah.
or whatever. So it might
That
have
makes
like
sense.
something to do with that.
And a lot of
Walking
the, a lot of the
yellow.
creatures, they are called like gargoyle or whatever. They're like,
Well, I feel like they're kind of like almost like a golem in a sense, where there's like magic lightning that comes and like bestows the life on these rocks.
Yeah,
and they
Makes
become
like a
sense.
creatures.
stone army.
I find that really interesting that you immediately thought of gravity or magnetism. Because I think that was like one of the two of those was the official color scheme for characters of that element bionicle.
Yeah,
really?
Nice.
the old color scheme for Gravity was black and purple, I believe.
That's
Yeah.
great.
And
Well,
this
gravity,
is like kind
but
of
not
a.
magnetism.
Actually, what kind of blue would you say this is?
Like
That
a
they're using
sand
on the
blue.
sets?
It's a
Like a
sand blue.
Yeah, definitely.
Is there a different term for that? Or is that the official term?
I don't know.
Is that like a fan
Yeah.
term or
Like
what?
Well, the
terms are
solid
weird.
is sand blue. The transparent is like light transparent blue.
Yeah, I
and
don't
it's-
know the official term. Lego's so weird with that, I can't keep track.
So bizarre.
Legos.
Well, it really is.
Then they also. I would like to point out that that isn't the only shade of blue they use. They do use a solid light blue in these sets.
Definitely.
It's probably
But-
like dark azure or something.
But yeah, exactly. I'm gonna be honest. I don't pay any attention to Lego official colors at all. I still call transparent lime green.
So stupid. It's so much
Are these all the
easier.
sets that are going to be released
Like
for the wave?
neon green.
Do you feel, Meso? Do you have
What?
any do you know if this is the only sets that are going to be released for the winter wave?
I'd
there
imagine. I mean,
larger
there's a
sets?
decent
From
amount of
everything
sets
we've
here.
From everything
because
we've
I'm basically,
heard,
like-
this is it. So
The Fortrex and the like the Jestro's Fortress, was it?
yes,
Those were very large sets. I don't feel like any of these come to the amount of scale or like the amount of like complexity of
Jestro's
those sets.
What
headquarters,
those-
I believe, will be the same price point as the Fortrex. Just hypothesizing, but I believe that is intended to be the same price bracket.
Okay,
and Jestro's
so
layer
this is
didn't come till the
Jestro
summer
still.
wave. Yes, Jestro's still involved
Okay.
with stuff.
Okay,
just
because I was
looks
about to
different.
say I didn't know because honestly I haven't looked at any of the set names yet, just the images. And in some of these, like Ruina's Lock and Roller and Lance's Twin Jouster, you
Yeah.
see in the upper right hand corner, you see the Book of Monsters, and now he's now a cloud of monsters.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
I feel like
monsters.
I mean the Book of Monsters. There's like
Book of
almost the same
Monsters.
face is in the cloud, basically. That's like shooting down lightning
That's
and stuff.
just
if you hit the upper
what
right.
I said.
So
Thank you very much.
oh okay. Well, here's the thing though.
Yeah, I hear an echo. How about you guys?
Listen, there's two different clouds though. There's one cloud in Jestro's headquarters. He's actually a rain cloud, like a black rain cloud, and then just the blue cloud in the corner of all the packaging. So I didn't know which one you were talking about there.
Well, the
blue-
cloud in the Jestro set is probably the cloud that's in the background of all the things.
Yeah.
But it's a different color though.
It's
I
probably
mean, that's just an art.
If I
Yeah.
had to wager, it's probably an art inaccuracy. It is a discrepancy.
honestly-
you ain't wrong about that, but
Okay, because I didn't. Well, first of all, I don't even see a cloud in Jester's thingamabob.
It's, like,
probably
floating
because the
towards
Book of
the top.
It's floating.
Monsters. If I had to guess, it's probably in the set. In fact, yeah, it is. You see that giant black floating thing?
Okay, now that's just what I said. So we're echoing each other.
There is an
that's,
echo
That's
then.
why I'm pointing. When I'm pointing out that like I wasn't
Wow,
sure
you guys
which
are
one
like
you were
repeating
talking
each
about.
other.
Yeah.
It's like there's an echo.
But- both of you
Like, I would-
understand there's some weirdness going on with a cloud, and then it's the Book of Monsters.
Book of
You're on the
Monsters.
same
Yeah,
page.
man,
Book
this
of
headquarters,
Monsters.
man. Look at this headquarters face. Like that is nightmare material.
Yeah.
That is really evil and creepy looking. I really like that.
Yeah, it has
Yeah.
lips, and that's really
Also-
weird.
Yeah, the lips are what like get me because like Lego characters don't usually have lips. unless
Quick
they're the Joker.
derailing, I posted the Golly Master of Water system build credit to GK733 over on Tumblr.
he's on
I'll
our
post a
boards.
link to that in the description below.
Mhm.
Common person.
He
in the
is.
community, very popular dude.
Interesting.
I think that's where
love
we
to look
found
at
it
it,
actually, or
That's
Yeah, that's his
where I saw it. It was on the boards.
that is interesting because I thought you guys were
Ooh.
talking about the little Tomata minifigs that I think either XCCJ or Chocolate Frogs made. One of those two.
Nah, those are cool.
no,
but
those are cool, but like this is an actual like kind of system.
Dude,
thing.
this is really neat.
It's not
Sculpture.
built
I like
with
this.
mixel joints per se.
But I
this
could
is-
see
I
this
believe it's
working
an
with
LDD.
mixel joints.
Yeah.
Definitely, it would actually work a lot better. I feel with
Yeah.
mixel joints. So.
It would work better with mixel joints. It wouldn't necessarily have the same flow with mixel joints because this flows together so seamlessly. Mixel joints would segment it a bit more, but it would be more natural.
Right.
Definitely,
Well, I mean, construction I feel is segmented anyways.
it is.
So if you want to emulate a contraction set, you do kind of have to make that concession where things will have to be separated. Like with the legs, there's no way you can make the legs work as well as the mixel joints will have those legs work, you know?
I got some stuff to say about the battle suits in regards to that, but I'm gonna hold my peace because I'm still talking about. I want to say a couple more things about the system sets too. Jestro's
it.
base, it's like that's very cool. But another standout set of mine is the three brothers, or
Yeah.
I've actually heard different names for this set. A lot of these names aren't necessarily locked in as of yet. They may still be preliminary. I don't know.
Three brothers.
But three brothers, we'll call it for now. That thing looks cool. Like,
I love that the third brother is apparently this giant, like, there's one brother, like, two of the brothers are just normal kind of enhanced people, but one brother is legitimately the giant.
Three brothers.
vehicle-ish.
An
Plot
alien
twist,
invasion.
it's actually Axel.
yeah,
Oh, huh. Maybe.
doubtful.
Yeah, I kind of doubt it, but that'd be kind of neat.
Yeah, I don't know why the guy has a face then, but, yeah.
Ooh, oh, nice. I just saw some traditionally construction pieces recolored in that set. That's
Oh, really?
cool. If you look off to the side of the minifigure that's riding on top of the vehicle, it's the flame pieces.
Oh yeah.
They're new in transparent blue and purple.
Ooh,
I gotta
they're
get
blue
some
and
of those.
purple. Those are my
I love
favorite
that
colors,
piece.
man. I need it.
I love that.
No.
Piece. I'm glad it's still being used actively. The
Okay,
big
so-
thing I have with... Oh, you go first.
No, please, go first.
No, you go first.
All I was gonna say was that the villain sets basically all look cool. The hero sets look just like more...
Yeah,
You know,
I kind
blue
of
and
like
orange. I wish
Lance's
they'd-
horse thing, but it's also very scrawny looking.
That was what I was going to say. Because I actually have two things I want to touch on. First of all, the whole construction thing. I understand why people wanted construction, and honestly, I feel that it's still a possibility. It makes a lot of sense for this specific theme. Because I was over at a cool store yesterday, a place called Bricks and Minifigs. And they're all over the United States, and even they have one up in Canada. It's not an official LEGO sanctioned store, but they do sell, buy, trade LEGO. And I had a lot of really old LEGO. And on a shelf, I saw an old Knights Kingdom set. And I'm not talking a Construction Knights Kingdom. I'm talking about the first release.
Oh, I remember
when it was
those.
just called Knights Kingdom. Because I forget.
Wow.
I keep on forgetting. Knights Kingdom, how we know it, it's not called Knights Kingdom. It's called Knights Kingdom 2. Because it was the second
That's
release.
funny.
And the thing with Knights Kingdom was that it's very much like Nexo Knights, but they had system, and then they had their construction figures that we're familiar with.
Technically construction, I guess.
Technically.
They
It
were-
was, it was like
Sure.
the, what is
like,
it, Ratchet?
they are constructible action
Action.
figures.
So
but
construction
they
in
are-
that term.
Yeah, in that term.
Yeah.
But they're not,
Definitely.
they're very special. So I think that could work very well, because for all intents and purposes, Nexo Knights is just the castle theme taken to a logical conclusion. It's taken to a technological advancement, it's modernized, it's very streamlined, and it's really cool for it. But if they made construction alongside it, it would make sense, because this is essentially the carrying on, the relative, the ancestor, or the however much down the line of Knight's Kingdom. So I think that's still a feasibility. They're just still testing the waters with these. Secondly, my issue with this theme is really my issue with Nexo Knights as a whole, and it's that the vehicles for the individual knights are a little bit lackluster. And really the only ones they've made improvements on are Lance's, because he has very bright, well-defined white and orange vehicles. Meanwhile, and this is the issue with the hero vehicles, Clay's Falcon Fighter, it's blue. But it doesn't look like it's his vehicle, it just looks like it's a standard Nexo Knight
Nexo
vehicle,
Knights.
because that's their
Yeah.
color scheme. And in what's his name? Aaron doesn't even have a vehicle, and neither does Axel. And chances are they wouldn't be an individual color anyway.
Right.
Macy's got a little something in the Jester headquarters, but it's exactly
Yeah,
the
but,
same.
I mean,
blue and orange.
yeah, it's like
nothing different.
Macy's a red character, She should have
It's
her
like
own
on one
kind
hand
of
it's
iconic
cool
thing.
because there's a lot more not consistency. Well, yeah, consistency.
I'd say
but
consistency, yeah.
There's I guess
kinda
cohesion.
boring.
All the sets are really cohesive, but yeah, and
Yeah.
that the way that they're doing it, the way that the sets end
You
up looking,
lose
they
individuality when
yeah,
you do
there's
that.
no individuality. It looks kind of boring.
Yeah.
Kind of looks like
Totally.
more of the same.
They do have Destro's headquarters does come with a new Ava minifigure, which to this day is my favorite character from Nexo Knights. So I'm excited to see her like have some relevancy in sets again. I don't know if Robin appears anywhere. Is
I
I
don't
I'm
know.
trying to see. I'm not
Rip
seeing
Robin.
Robin anywhere. The I forgot what's a queen's name?
don't know. The Queen.
Yes.
Queen
Queen Halbert.
Queen Elizabeth.
Halbert.
Albert.
I literally was Googling, I said Nexo Knights Queen, and it auto-completed Nexo Knights Queen Latifah. And I was like, wow.
New character confirmed.
How high
I think Halbert is in
Queen's got
the,
some stylish gold armor.
yeah, the lock and roller. Actually, her armor is better than all the other knights' armor, if you ask me.
I know, right?
Oh, yeah.
personally
Yeah.
feel- yeah. I definitely
Looks way
enjoy
better.
her design and the colors way more than I do of the other knight's armor. I feel like there's too much silver in their color for like all the knights in this way.
Flashbacks to like 2008 Bionicle.
They've kind of remedied that with the battle suits. The battle suits are like very colorful and have
battle suits.
slightly silver.
I guess what I'll say with battle suits, I love their integration, how they combine the minifigures with the mixel joints. Their small heads bug me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
Mainly.
easily the worst part. Their
They
puny
look
heads.
questionable. The very tiny heads. Some of them are better proportioned than others because some of them have smaller weapons, so it doesn't necessarily, it doesn't make that big of an impact.
Yeah,
It kind of
poor
looks
Clay,
better. But
though.
Aaron and Clay are like the worst because their weapons, Macy too, I guess, they just make it so huge. It's distracting, and they have bulk on their limbs or whatever. Lance works because his is very skinny and very sleek, so like I can kind of look at him and be like, okay, I can get behind this. And Axel's the best of the bunch because he just blends in very nice. It's a very unique take. My thing with these sets of construction, you guys know me. I've been the harbinger, whatever you want to pronounce it as, of doomsday in the past regarding stuff.
Oh,
I'm not going
boy.
to do that this time because that's
Oh, yeah?
stupid. But I would be remiss if I didn't at least bring up the possibility that if these sets do well, and at this price point, construction as we know it may or may not make that big of a resurgence in the future. I think LEGO is experimenting. They're looking to grow this mixel joint system by introducing a bunch of new parts that allow it to work well within the constraints of buildable figures. And including minifigures is a great way to entice people who otherwise wouldn't care about such a system to get on board with this constructible action figure kind of a thing. And if these do well,
Right.
I don't see what incentive LEGO would have to continue with the character and creature building system being the predominant focus of a theme, because history's proven it's a tough sell. So I don't
mean,
really know.
I agree with you. I don't think you're wrong. I'm just wondering, is that the best thing overall?
Many would have different opinions on that.
I mean, construction is,
it's my
where
bread and butter. I'd hate to
it's
see
where
it
I grew
go.
up. It's like, it's the thing that we were focused around. I would love to have construction still be around, but if it's not selling,
Why bother?
maybe, yeah, I mean, I love the system and it can do so much stuff, but if it's just not resonating with audiences,
Yeah.
you sometimes have to, make that business decision and be like,
The real thing that's even making me have this thought, it sounds trivial because it is, but it's just something I noticed. Their combination with the arms. They combine the mixel joints, they have a small brick built structure as shoulder armor, and then it flows into traditional ball joints. And what this allows
Right.
for is basically, I don't know what word I'd use, I guess anatomy, human structure, and also good articulation. Because the problem with the mixel joints is they're built in such a way they don't have the best articulation in the world. They don't really compare to traditional
Yeah, they kind
ball
of just
joints.
go in one direction when you try to
They do.
bend.
Yeah.
It's because the size that they're at and the way they're attaching to the brick makes it just doesn't have enough room to go all
Yeah.
the way.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
It's
these
so
sets-
small that you don't have a whole, you can't use the entirety of the ball.
But
if
these
you
sets
attach it
have
my
to
done
thing is,
something
the socket
new.
only-
They've combined.
Right.
Yeah, that's all. They're combined together
Oh.
in a way that allows for good posability.
Yeah, I was just gonna say the sockets and the way that they're molded and the way that the balls are molded they don't allow for say the bending you'd get with the knees or elbows and Bionicle sets.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Totally
Yeah.
true. And that's still a problem you can see with the legs on these sets, but it's lessened slightly in severity because of this new waist piece they have that allows, I can see when I try to pose these sets, I can move the leg all the way forward or backwards, and then I can bend the foot as well. And with the arms, I can rotate the shoulders to the back, to the front, and side to side a little bit, and then I can articulate the hands. If they can just elevate this system to the point where their arms are a little longer, and the legs are a little longer, and they have elbow articulation as well, then we're golden. They've perfected the system.
Yeah, exactly.
Um,
That's all I could see them doing, and honestly, I do see them doing that. Seems like a natural progression of this system if they're going to
Right.
be continuing it at this
Yeah.
pace.
Definitely.
They are able to again, how we were talking about the Knights Kingdom being technically construction figures. These are also technically construction. They don't use the CCBS system. CCBS, as we know it, might have seen its last huzzah with Bionicle.
Star Wars
But these
still.
are still action figures. They have the articulation with the joints. Really, if this does sell well at this price point, I can see like
Why bother?
refining these for things later down the line. And I mean, to be honest, we already talked about a Bionicle system line. We've talked about that concept.
Yeah.
I feel like the Bionicle
Yeah.
concept still holds true. The Bionicle concept is one of the strongest things it has going for it. Maybe it doesn't need construction, as heretical as that might sound. So
Honestly,
Maybe.
I've been thinking that for the longest time.
I love construction. It's fun. It's cool.
Oh,
There's a lot of
love
awesome
construction.
stuff you can do for it. But the writing is on the wall. It's been on the wall for a long time.
I really like
I feel
construction
like-
simply because it founded Bionicle.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all it really means to me. So,
Well, I mean, like,
if the
it does-
natural
it is a cool
progression is
system.
to
Yeah, that's-
not do CCBS anymore or anything like that for Bionicle, then hey, I mean, whatever. I didn't complain when they completely changed the system to CCBS and then stuck with it when Bionicle came back.
Fair
So
enough.
hey,
I feel like, well, I mean, the system is very good. It's like a good system that can be used to make a lot of great models. We saw this in the Makuta contest, how
Yeah.
great these models can really be. So
The problem is
it's
getting
not,
that to appeal to the larger
right,
demographic.
to mass consumers, and I don't know necessarily. I don't know the research. I don't know the breakdowns they've done in terms of who buys it. I
But
don't
it's
know, like
pretty evident it's not like
whatever it is, it's not working.
going
you know?
insane with
Right.
sales because
It's like-
they keep canceling the themes.
Whatever
Rip.
it is, it's not connecting, and I don't know. I mean, should they try
It's because
more
to
complex
most people, they look at CCBS and they don't see Lego. That's the issue. I don't see it that way because I grew up with it. I know a lot of AFOLs do, and it's been a source of controversy for many years. It is Lego, but a lot of people do not see it that way because it's not immediately marketable as such. It doesn't have the bricks, it doesn't have the minifigures, it doesn't have that same level of building. It's a different kind of a thing almost entirely.
And I think there's
And-
also a thing too with like the system is incompatible, technically speaking, with Lego. There are points in it where you can connect some system onto it, but by and large, both these systems generally are separate in terms of design and what they can do and all that. Like you don't like obviously we've seen mocks where they overlap and you can't overlap them, but you know. For a general consumer,
Just,
you can't have all your Lego sets and then buy this and have this added onto that. It's a completely new type
But
of
with
toy.
Mixel joints, you can.
Right.
You
And
can.
that's why I
Why.
think they're going
Right.
down this road. If I had to guess, it's all going to depend on how well these sell. So we gotta
Right.
wait and see what happens. I think they look a little bit sketch in some areas, like the heads, but I will absolutely be picking a few of these up.
I'll
I
definitely
want to
get
test
Aaron.
this out.
That's for sure.
Yeah, Aaron looks cool.
I'm probably going to
I'm
grab
very curious.
Axel and Macy.
Definitely Axel and Macy, yeah. So that's pretty much all I have to say. I think these sets are significant for everybody. Nexo
Right.
Knights fans and Construction fans alike. I think we should watch these with great interest and see where they go in the future. And the system sets are cool too.
Yeah.
That's basically all I have to say about this.
All right, anyone else?
Nah, I'm
We-
good.
Nah,
They
nah,
look-
man.
Okay.
They
I'm
look
going to
cool.
mention one last thing just because it's like it's down, like here for 2 weeks. There is a Humble Book Bundle. For those of you who haven't heard of the Humble Bundle, it's a kind of unique bundle format where you can pay whatever you want and you get rewards. In this case, it's Lego themed ebooks. So the Humble Bundle, Humble Book Bundle gives you ebooks at different tiers. If you pay $1 or more, you get 4 books. If you pay $8, you get an additional 5 books. If you pay $15, you get an additional 5
This is
books for a
incredible.
total
I'm just
of
now
14
looking at
Lego
this.
books.
What in the world? If you pay
I did not know.
$15, you get like 16 books.
Yeah, 16 books.
That's less than $1 a book.
Yeah, actually, I was wrong with that initial count. It is actually 6 per tier. So if you pay
No.
$8, you get 6. If you pay 15, you get an
Dude,
additional
I got
6.
freaking
Think
Game
about
Maker
this, everyone.
Studio Pro or
Less
whatever
than
the heck
$1
that's
a
worth like
book.
$100. Got it off
Yeah.
a Humble Bundle for like $15, and it even included some of the modules that you have to pay an extra $50 for. So it's
Oh,
like,
wow.
yeah, Humble Bundle's legit.
Humble Bundle has been a great thing for video games, and that's where they kind of started, is bundling indie video games together, and they had a huge amount of success. And now, like, they're doing ebooks, and this is the first, I believe, it's the first Lego one they've done. I usually keep up with all their stuff, so there are a lot more Lego books than I thought were around, honestly, and a lot of
Oh
them
yeah,
are
there's
really
tons
cool.
of them.
There
Oh,
are
yeah.
now some of these books go from some of them are actual like instruction manuals to how to like buy certain things. Others are just showcases of cool mocks. But I mean, for $15 to have like, you know, this large amount of books, you might as well do it. Or even if you don't want that, you can just spend $1 and get 4 ebooks. You know, it's
If you ever
why
need
not?
inspiration, I feel like you would get all you'd need here. Between Technic and Medieval and cars and space.
There's
and
the Lego neighborhood, the
now,
Lego
come on,
architect.
guys. We gotta write a book now. And so
The
we
Lego
can do it.
Architect, I feel, is the best one of the lot, just because of how well it's designed. I'm a kind of a sucker for like really great book design, and
I want the
definitely
Lego
Architect.
Christmas ornament book. Seriously, I'm into that whole shit.
And see, the ornaments book teaches you, it gives instructions on how to make certain ornaments. You can go and click all the books they have listed. If you click on them, they will give you a small PDF preview, so you can kind of like look through and be like, oh, cool, this is something I want, this is something I don't want. Basically, I mean, it's right there for you. It's a great opportunity for you to check out some Lego stuff. And
this is really
support
great, though,
some
because
people.
especially considering the kind of day and age we live in, you're getting Lego content that's really cheap and easily accessible. And I'm sure for most people, the downside is you have to read it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
it is
man,
really
that part
good.
But you don't if you go to audible.com.
Wow.
audibletrial.com/TTV and get a free audiobook
Is
of
that
your
also a
choosing.
thing?
I mean, I'm sure it exists.
It,
We just don't promote
does.
it
Audible
whatsoever.
does still exist. We just don't plug it all too often.
Yeah.
You guys
I'm looking
gonna-
at the Christmas ornament book preview. There's some killer ornaments here. There's this gingerbread house. I kind of want to buy this book just for the instructions on how to make this gingerbread house.
You would never make
It
it.
looks pretty awesome.
You wouldn't make it.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, I would.
you
I'm
might.
a sucker for this Christmas stuff, dude.
Yeah.
I'm down for this.
Okay, fair point.
Go. Anyway, yeah, check this out, guys.
Yeah.
All right,
Do
guys.
it.
Well, I think that's kind of the end of our news. We're kind of running a little long here, so we're gonna wrap it up. Thanks for listening. If you want to like kind of help us out, you can go to our Patreon, patreon.com/the channel. Right now, we're still in the midst of updating everything, but if you pledge $3 a month, you can get all of this stuff early. Like you get all the audio for all of the podcasts very early. For some cases, it will be about like what at least a day, if
It's
not
at
like
least
2 days.
24 hours.
At least a 24-hour
for the
early access
GTV
window.
podcast. It's like ideally 48 hours, but
If you want to learn more about it, you can check out our video about the Patreon and all the stuff that happened with Vessel and all that great stuff. And again, we'll have the link to
Sad
Patreon
stuff.
in the description. Very, very, very sad things that happened
we
with
need
that.
a Patreon like video ad at the start.
Yeah.
We do,
LJ.
honestly.
It's time to bring back little
No,
Johnny's
no,
brother.
no, 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 no.
Little Timmy.
my God.
Christmas.
You can forget it.
Little Timmy.
Little Timmy and his Fairly Odd Parents can go screw off.
No, we're done, okay?
What's wrong?
You're
You hate
done
children? Is that
professionally.
it?
No, I hate little Johnny.
What do you ever do
Little
to
Timmy.
you?
Little Timmy.
And little Timmy. Little Timmy
Both
is
of them.
probably going to be just as
Little
bad.
Timmy.
No. Listen, the only way
I go listen to the podcast?
the only way I'll accept
On
it is
that
if
note.
it's a live skit at Brick Fair, okay?
A live skit would be kind of cool. I'm not going to lie.
That's what we were gonna
I mean,
do,
it'll
but
be
we
like
ran out of
a
time.
novelty. It'll be a novelty for like one video, and that will be it. That's it. I don't think people could take much more.
That'd be a great video.
No, thanks for listening to all the LEGO news. That was all the important news that happened this week. Nothing else of importance happened anywhere around the world. We will be here again next week. You can catch us early, of course, if you're on Patreon. And you can check us out on YouTube and just YouTube.
No, guys,
Out of
we're
habit.
moving the
You can
video.
literally only take us out on YouTube and I guess on Patreon. That's it. There we go. Alright, I'm Jonathan.
I'm messing it.
I'm LJ.
I'm Ben.
I'm purple.
And I'm Tenebrae Invictus.
And this was episode 27 of the BrickFeed Podcast. See you guys next week.
Bye.
See ya.
Adios.
Grotty Mar.